Well, President Trump says that there will be a second leg of tax cuts in the fall. Roll tape.
We're doing a phase two. We'll be doing it probably in October, maybe a little sooner than that. And it'll be more of a middle class. We did a lot for the middle class, but this will be even more aimed at the middle class. One of the things we're thinking about is bringing the 21% down to 20%. And then for the most part, the rest of it would go right to the middle class.
Joining us, Grover Norquist with Americans for Tax Reform. All right, Grover, the president says this is going to be about the middle class. How should it be structured, in your opinion?
Well, what they're looking to do is certainly to make permanent all of the individual income tax cuts that last for 10 years, because it was done through reconciliation, make those permanent, perhaps increasing the per-child tax credit, something Ivanka Trump has been working on. He does want to take the corporate rate from 21 down to 20. We were promised 20, but it jiggled up at the last moment. And also, the president always wants to go to 15 on the corporate rate. It's been so good for the economy going to 21. There is a strong argument, not in this tax bill, but to get to 15 eventually. So going to 20 tells you we're continuing on the road down to lower rates. We ought to do something. I know they're looking at doing something for the 5 million Americans overseas who are double taxed. They are taxed in France and they're taxed by the United States. We and Eritrea are the only two countries in the world stupid enough to do that to our citizens who work abroad.
What about the middle class part of this, though? Could there was an argument to be made that you could have gone to 23% on the corporate side and served the industries in our area, like the retailers, for instance. They would have been pretty happy with that and given even more of a boost to the middle class out there. So do you have to continue to connect the dots to how the corporate rate benefits the middle class, or is there a direct way of actually doing some things that directly impact the middle class?
Well, we're talking about doing additional things. We're taking the very significant cuts in rates. 90% of American taxpayers, 90% of American taxpayers have more take-home pay today than they did last year. They're taking home more money. They have more take-home pay because of the tax cuts. So 90%. The ones who don't tend to be higher income people that hit by the AMT, the alternative minimum tax. So we're talking about on part two, focusing on all those individual rates and making sure they're permanent, protecting those. Okay. The Democrats said they were unhappy they were temporary. Okay.
Well, they'll have a chance. They'll have a chance to prove it, right? Only because we're running out of time, Grover. And I did want to ask you about the new tax return on the postcard. People are saying, well, it doesn't necessarily seem much simpler, and it's not necessarily the size of a postcard. But I guess we're on our way to where we want to be, right?
Well, but think of how we have simplified. 65% of Americans used to use the standard form, not itemized. That's going to be 93% now. It's an awful lot of people who don't have to itemize. That's a lot of simplification. 4.5 million people used to do the very complicated alternative minimum tax, 4.5 million. That's down to 200,000. So we're looking at 6.6 million Americans under Obama were hit with the Obamacare penalty because they wouldn't buy the Obamacare insurance that he wanted them to buy. 6.6 million people just punished because they didn't buy the insurance he wanted you to. That tax is gone. For 6.6 million Americans, that's simplification.
That is. Grover Norquist, thank you as usual. Thank you.
Thank you.